Hello everyone, and welcome to today's reading. Last night I had a dream, and I was actually giving a reading in this dream and delivering some kind of message to someone who needed to hear it. So obviously I saw this dream as a sign that I was supposed to create this reading today for some reason. I keep feeling very strongly that some of you are in some kind of love connection. Could be a twin flame, a soulmate, could be a love connection that you are in separation with. Because as we know, this separation doesn't make you any less connected at the heart to this person. Whenever we create a romantic connection with another soul, especially those with whom we have some kind of soul contract, our soulmates or twin flames, these bonds between us are never broken, even in the silence. I feel that for many of you there is some kind of silence. Whether you're with this person right now or you're separated, you have a feeling that they're holding back, that there's something that they want to say that they aren't saying. This is you being energetically sensitive. This is you feeling into this person's energy. You are hearing, so to speak, what is stuck in their energy, but isn't yet manifesting in the 3D. So through this reading, I am going to try to sense into and channel that limbo energy in the communication. Whatever is stuck in their energy field that they continuously are thinking in regards to you or the connection, but that for whatever reason, they aren't able to say. And as I always say with these readings, I try to get as specific as possible. This is a collective reading, so although I do try to channel every specific message that comes through, these messages are really just intended to reach a specific person or a specific group of people. So some of them may resonate with you and others may not. However, I did make this a pick a card reading with 4 different groups with the intention of hopefully being able to get as specific and energetically accurate with you as possible. So I'm going to show you the cards in just a moment, but first I do want to introduce myself because I know there are many of you listening who are new here. So hello, welcome to my virtual space here on YouTube. I am Infinity, and the channel I've created here is Magnetize Yourself, where we talk about life, love, spirituality, and of course, the law of attraction. In addition to doing these videos, I am also a subliminals creator. I became very passionate about subliminal meditation because for years and years, I explored and tried to apply so many different law of attraction techniques, many of which you are probably familiar with. Things like spoken affirmations, visualization, meditation. And while many of these tools can be very powerful if used correctly, the problem in my case was I was trying to use these tools that were only directed at altering the conscious mind without addressing so many deeply rooted subconscious negative patterns stored within my unconscious thoughts. For me, many of these came from early childhood experiences and became so normalized to me, I didn't even realize how much they were holding me back when it came to confidence, manifesting money, manifesting within my romantic relationships. Subliminals are targeted to these subconscious areas of the brain. And when I started listening to subliminals, I started seeing results in every area of my life very, very quickly. Within just a few weeks of listening, I ended up quitting a soul-sucking job I was in and beginning a job I was truly passionate about, and ultimately manifesting my absolute dream career, something that if you would have told me years ago, I would have been doing it and been able to financially support myself doing it, I would have told you that you were crazy. But that's all because I simply altered my own unconscious negative beliefs through listening to subliminals. And the way they work is they contain affirmations, just like spoken affirmations. But in the case of subliminals, these affirmations are hidden within other meditation sounds and frequencies, and therefore they are capable of bypassing the conscious mind and making deep, lasting impressions on the subconscious. So as you can see now on the screen, I have created a website filled with subliminals designed to assist you in transforming any and every area of your life imaginable. I have subliminals for physical body changes, for mood shifts like confidence and happiness, for manifesting material things like money, success with business. When it comes to relationships, I have several different love-related subliminals. Some of these are designed specifically for twin flames. Others are designed to help you deepen your connection with someone, or even manifest a new specific person into your life through this kind of deep level energy work. For those of you who are just beginning with subliminals, I would most highly recommend my 7 chakra clearing subliminal. I have created 2 of these, one designed specifically for twin flames if you identify as a twin flame, and another that is a general 7 chakra clearing session for absolutely anyone. So I will leave more information on these below, but essentially they are designed to retune each of your 7 chakras to their natural state of being through binaural beat frequencies and embedded subliminal affirmations. So to try out either of these subliminals or any subliminal I've created, you can create a 7-day free trial account on my website. I'm mentioning all of this because I like to recommend specific subliminals throughout these readings, just because I don't want to just channel information to you. I also want to give you the energetic tools to shift this energy in whatever way you desire, in whatever direction you desire to shift it in. So thank you for listening to this reading, and I will now be showing the 4 different cards for this reading on the screen. As you look at these cards, choose your card not with your eyes or with your logic, but with your intuition, with your soul. I find it can be helpful to close my eyes and take a few deep breaths and then open my eyes and see which card my eyes are drawn to. This is your soul pulling you in a certain direction. Once you've chosen your card, you can check the timestamps either in the pinned comment or the description box to skip ahead to your reading. Thank you and enjoy. Hello, group number 1, and welcome to your reading. I just want to let you know that as I was preparing to give your reading, one of the cards I have in one of my bags here says impossible. And this card was sitting face up in the bag, and it just kept reaching out to me, like calling to me for your group. So I already feel as though something feels stuck or very impossible about your situation with this person. And hopefully in just a few minutes here, we will get more information or guidance on that impossibility or stuckness. Normally in these readings, I like to wait to pull initial, letter, and sign cards, but for some reason I'm feeling like I should pull those at the beginning for your reading, just to see who we're dealing with here. Because I'm not yet sure whether this person who has a message for you is a current romantic partner, a past energy kind of partner, an ex, or if it's a soul connection like a soulmate or a twin flame. So I feel to help you identify this person, it may be helpful for us to look at some potential initials and signs for this person. So I'm going to be rolling these letter dice I have a couple times just to give us an idea of either this person's initials, your initials, or maybe even some words that could be associated with your connection with this person. And I always like to remind you of this, but during these hyper-specific parts of the reading, remember to only take what resonates, because I do channel everything that comes through, and some of it may be for you and some of it may be for someone else. Okay, so group number 1. What are some of your initials, some of this person's initials that has a message for you, or anything else that we need to know about this message? Okay, the letters I got are M, T, F, O, B, and then one of them was a wild dice, so I'm going to roll it again. L. Okay, so for some reason, when I rolled these dice, I heard the word forgot. And I feel as though someone is, oh my gosh, I just got this so strong, but I'm not sure how it applies, that someone is worried about being forgotten. Either that you are going to forget them, or maybe you yourself are worried about being forgotten by this person, because remember that with these kinds of message readings, the energy can flip back and forth. This is really an energetic, romantic connection we are reading into, so I could be talking about you or about this person's energy. But I definitely feel that this feeling of forgetfulness, of being forgotten, is going to apply to someone, and I'm going to roll these dice again. So this dice was L, but then it flipped to K, S, B, and then 3 wild dice. The wild dice keep coming up more than usual, which intuitively leads me to feel that I just saw crossed wires, some kind of crossed wires between you and this person. I feel that I also, when I was rolling these dice, heard the word long, like a long time or a long distance. I feel like there's some kind of separation or perceived separation between you and this person. This could be a distance, a physical barrier, but I feel for many of you, this will resonate as a distance in time, as though it feels as though a lot of time has passed since you last spoke to this person or communicated with them in a meaningful way. And I just heard meaningful, like maybe you've had surface level communications with this person in this absence, in this period of time since, but I feel that if you have had these communications, it's been very surface level for some reason. Because we got so many wild card dice, I'm going to roll again. M, G, wait, it's not a G, but I thought it was a G, so maybe a G will apply. Wait, I did roll a G also, it just wasn't that dice. So G is definitely going to be for some of you. Q, M again, so many M's, and P. So take that however it resonates. The G and M just kept coming up over and over again. And for some reason, I heard G and M, and then the phrase "give me time" popped into my head. So that might already be a message for one of you. I don't have specifics on that yet, but hopefully we'll see how it applies. Now I'm going to pull some potential sign cards for this person. So this could be signs that are strong in your chart, strong in their chart, or just signs that are somehow connected to this situation. Capricorn, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, interesting, and I'll get one more, Leo. Wow, very interesting. I wonder if any of this will apply to you. I'm getting lots of air sign energy. Okay, so now that we've done that, I am going to start by just pulling a few cards from the Energy Oracle cards deck. And this is just to give us an idea of where your communication is at right now with this person, because First, I want you to be able to identify who we're talking about here. Although I feel like some of you already have an idea of who this person is, I just want to get an idea of what the energy is between you, why there has been little communication, what's been going on here. Okay, so I'm shuffling these cards now. Group number 1, what is going on between you and this person? What is the communication like between you and this person that has a message for you? Wow, okay, I have to tell you guys, first of all, I lit a candle before your reading and it was burning, the flame was burning really, really high and really fast and intensely, which is strange because yesterday when I did the reading for Twin Flames, the candle was burning really slow and I could just feel this kind of heaviness in the energy around the reading. But for you, the candle was burning really bright and really fast, like it was flickering really fast. And that flickering tells me, again, between the flickering and then the wild dice I was rolling, I feel as though the energy between you and this person is chaotic and maybe more chaotic than you realize, or that they are feeling chaotic about the situation. I feel as though your wires have been crossed, so maybe there hasn't been much surface level communication, but I feel like in their own mind, they are going crazy, that they have these very powerful, intense messages that they really, really are wanting to tell you. And with the flickering of the candle, I instantly felt like this person was flickering back and forth to tell you or not to tell you, that they really want to say it. It's like on the tip of their tongue. And the reason I'm saying that now is because as I was shuffling, these cards just kept like falling out of the deck. I mean, I would say more so than any other reading I've ever done so far on my channel for like any group. Like the cards were literally just falling out. So this person definitely has some things they strongly want you to know. Okay, so I pulled 4 cards just to start for you guys, and let's just see what card number 1 is. Okay, so Community in Reverse is the first card. I've actually never pulled this card in a reading before, which is really interesting. Okay, so I'm not quite getting a read from this card yet, which is unusual. I feel like this person, despite being really flickering back and forth between telling you something, I feel like you already know who this is. But despite like really going back and forth between telling you or not telling you, they're actually really guarded about this, because I'm feeling this block come up with their energy. It's like these cards keep coming out really fast, and yet when I try to read into them, I feel like I'm coming up against some kind of a wall. And I feel like you already know who this person is because you may have experienced this in your own communication with them. That you feel as though in the 5th dimension, energetically, like everything about your intuition is screaming that this person has something they want to say to you, that they're about to say to you. But then whenever it comes time to say it, this wall just comes up and this person is super guarded or goes cold or something like that. I feel like that's this person's energy. But despite this wall they're putting up, we are going to try to read into their energy here and what they want to say, just to give us some clarity. Connection with kindred spirits. So what I am hearing about this person just in general is that they've been feeling disconnected, which, I mean, most of us have been feeling disconnected at this period of time and with everything going on in the last year. But again, I feel like this could be you or this person's energy, but I feel like this disconnection is to the extreme. And it's not just in regards to love. This plays into why this person isn't communicating with you. I feel like this person is struggling. I feel like this person is putting on some kind of a front of being okay, but energetically, they're feeling very chaotic, very confused, very disconnected, like they're really lost and trying to find themselves right now. So let's just read a little bit about this card. This card indicates feelings of isolation and perhaps loneliness. So yes, I feel like this person is so isolated, and I keep seeing the image of someone digging a hole deeper and deeper for themselves. And I feel like when it comes to you and this connection, they feel as though they've been separated from you for so long, either emotionally or physically or by time. I just heard too late. It almost feels like it's too late to tell you what they so intensely want you to know. So instead of saying it, they keep digging this hole deeper and deeper for themselves by waiting longer and longer to say it. And the longer they wait, the more intense these messages become for them, the more they want to say this to you. And they just keep digging this hole deeper for themselves because they keep thinking, oh, it's too late to tell them. But then they just keep waiting longer and longer to tell you. That's the kind of feeling I'm getting from this person. Okay, so the second card I pulled for you is anxiety. So I'm already feeling that with this card, this person is absolutely feeling, this goes along with what we just said, they're feeling anxiety because of this separation, because how long they've waited to say what they want to say. And it's causing them an increasing level of anxiety because it's like they have this anxiety over something they want to tell you, but they're not sure how you're going to react or respond. And there is some kind of a wall. I'm really wanting to later on read more into why this wall is coming up within them, why they are so hesitant, why they keep waiting. Okay, so the third card I pulled for you is strategy, but it's in the reverse. Interesting. When the strategy card is reversed, it indicates a stall in progress due to lack of planning. I feel like this person, again, this just keeps coming up. This person is all over the place, chaotic when it comes to this connection. I feel like they keep telling themselves, or I feel like this is plans falling through. So for some of you, this may be that over the years or months or weeks or whatever time has lapsed in this situation, you've made plans to meet up or plans to have a conversation. I heard for some of you, you've actually planned to have a phone call, and this person keeps getting cold feet and backing out. I keep hearing with this strategy in reverse card that plans keep falling through. Now again, this could be plans between you, or this actually could be this person's plans to talk with you within their own mind, plans that they haven't even discussed with you. I just heard that for some of you, maybe just one of you specifically, this person has actually planned to make some big confession of love or to say something to you or to come out in some big way. And I feel that you've sensed this because you are very energetically sensitive. So you sense this energy, but they aren't coming out with it. They aren't saying it. It's always just there on the tip of their tongue. I feel like this person keeps backing out even on their own plans within their own mind to move forward with you because there's this anxiety, there's this uncertainty, there's this distance and this isolation that keeps entrapping this person in their own head in some way. And finally, the fourth card I pulled for you is financial constraints, but it's in the reverse. So I already feel like with this card, this person has actually been distracting themselves from saying this to you by focusing on themselves and specifically focusing on their work or building up their finances. So this person may be telling themselves, oh, I'm just focusing on me right now. I'm just kind of doing my own thing, building myself up. And what they don't realize is this is actually becoming almost an addiction. It's going to the extent of being a form of numbing for them. They are using their work or using their career, or if they are a student, their schoolwork, to distract themselves from this. I just heard soul level truth. This person feels something very deeply about you, but they are using their work, career, or school to distract themselves from everything they are feeling about you. And I just heard it hurts too much because if they were to I just saw a river that was dammed up. Now I'm seeing why this person has that wall up, because they know that if they put that wall down, or if you broke that wall down, that this huge river of emotion, and not even just the things that they would say, but the emotions they would feel and how they feel it would throw them off course. Just saying everything that was on their mind, just being emotionally free with you and open with you. I just heard, don't open that door. And it's ironic because this financial constraints card actually does have a door that is opening on it, which normally doesn't apply like this. But in this case, I'm hearing them beg you not to open that door because they are so afraid of putting down this wall or having that wall broken down and then having too much come out at one time, too much emotion, too much feeling. I'm getting a lot of wounded masculine energy from this person, so take that as it applies. But I feel for many of you, this could be a divine masculine or perhaps a wounded feminine who is in this masculine energy, someone who is emotionally very repressed, wounded in some way. And I feel like possibly even wounded by something that happened in the past within your connection. I'm not sure yet if that will apply to all of you or how that will be specifically applied, so hopefully we'll get more information in just a moment. I do want to pull another spread for you guys, and this time I want to read more specifically into what this person wants to communicate with you. So, okay, let me just shuffle the deck, and I'm feeling like this time I actually really need to shuffle quite a bit because this person's energy is so chaotic. We really need to try to bring in as clear of an intention as possible. I'm also hearing that if you, just as a word of advice, if you do communicate with this person, I feel like bringing clarity within into your communication with this person is going to be very important, because you have this kind of dance, this energetic dance with this person, this back and forth, and they are already feeling so chaotic that if you come into talking with this person with a chaotic energy of your own, that chaos is going to feed off of one another and you aren't going to have a clear conversation. But I'm hearing that if you do want to have, I just heard that conversation, like I feel like you know what conversation this person wants to have or what conversation you want to have with them. And it's like that conversation, it sticks out in your mind as something that needs to be had, but something that maybe you've both been evading or putting off in some way. And I feel like if you do have that conversation, you need to set a very clear intention. For those of you, by the way, who are struggling with feeling the chaos of this situation and wanting to communicate with this person, I do recommend doing some kind of clearing exercise first, some kind of energy clearing. Personally, my favorite form of energy clearing is by listening to my 7 chakra clearing subliminal I mentioned at the beginning of this video. So as I said, I have one of these designed specifically for twin flames if you feel that this person is your twin flame, and another that is just for general energy clearing. And this will just to help clear your energy field, clarify your intentions, dissolve any blocks within yourself that may then be reflecting in this person's energy, all with the purpose of having a clearer, more open communication with them. So again, the information on that is in the pinned comment and the description box. This person has major walls up. I can already feel that. I've hardly ever struggled so much to pull cards as I am right now. It's funny because before, when we were reading into this person's general reading or their general energy, the cards were kind of just falling out. But now the cards are feeling kind of stuck. I feel like this person, it's almost like energetically they felt us sensing into them and was like, no, put up that wall that we were talking about earlier. But I did manage to get 3 cards out of this person, so let's just see what they're feeling. Okay, I got the garden and the gate, and instantaneously I felt as though this person, that this card wasn't applying to them, it's actually applying to how they see you, and it plays into the message. Oh my gosh, I just got a little bit choked up. This person feels very emotional about you. I'm getting goosebumps too. I feel like this person sees your world as a garden that they are locked out of. This is a message that has come up in previous readings, so I apologize if you've gotten this before, but this is just coming through very strong with this person. And on this card, there is this beautiful woman inside this garden, guarded by her gate. And I feel like this person actually sees you as this goddess or as this god kind of energy. They see you as magnificent, as beautiful, as powerful, as loving, as kind. For many of you, I'm hearing that this will be the divine masculine speaking to you as the divine feminine counterpart, but this may not apply to everyone. And if that is true for you, if you are the divine feminine, I feel as though the divine masculine in this case really sees you as this just magnificent kind of ethereal human being. Not even human, your light is so bright they almost feel blinded by it, and yet this gate is around you. They feel blocked off from you and your beauty in some way. There is some reason they feel as though they can't say that to you, or I heard one of many, maybe they feel as though you would already have many suitors or many people potentially interested in a romance with you. And so why would you listen to them? Why would you care if they told you that? Wow, I'm feeling that very strong for someone. So once again, we got the financial constraints card in reverse again, despite how well I shuffled that deck. So I actually feel as though this person sees themselves finally releasing their own financial constraints, finally realizing some kind of success, either with finances or with career. But there's this kind of sadness attached to it. Again, they're using this as a numbing exercise rather than just a self-care exercise. They're using their work and their career to numb out these feelings that they have for you, and they want you to know that. But there's something else here. I feel like they want you to know. Someone listening needs to know that this person wants to tell you that I just heard I built everything for you, that kind of in building this career, this success, I feel like this person in the back of their mind always had this fantasy, what they would call actually a delusion. They see it almost as a delusion, like it's just impossible. But they had this fantasy that as they were using this as a numbing exercise, they were actually doing all of it for you, for this fantasy future that you were going to build together. But they do feel as though this is a delusion for some reason, as if there's no way that this could actually be reality, that they've just been kind of kidding themselves, using this work to numb themselves, telling themselves, oh, I'm having this success at my job, or I'm working so hard at my career because one day I'm going to have all of this success and then I'm going to come back. I just saw someone riding in on a white horse. They saw themselves as this knight that was going to ride in and rescue you and save you and bring you into this beautiful world that they had created for you. But by the time they showed up, they see you as already having achieved success for yourself, already having built this world for yourself that they feel locked out of. It's this very, very sad, heavy energy. I'm feeling really heavy energy in my heart chakra here. And once again, I pulled the anxiety card for you again, guys. Wow, 2 of the same cards again. I feel like this person wants to tell you that they've been wanting to say this to you for a long time. That they've been wanting to tell you how magnificent and beautiful they feel you are, how much they have envisioned this future with you for a long time. And it's just been their own anxiety that's been holding them back all this time. Wow, okay, so I feel like because this person is very guarded, I feel like that's all we're going to get out of them right now in terms of specific energetic messages. However, I do want to pull some words or phrases that may resonate with you about this person or about this connection, just to see what comes through. Okay, so what does group number 1 need to know about themselves or this person? What does this person want to say to group number 1? So I'm kind of feeling like this person, oh my gosh, I just keep getting goosebumps. This person doesn't feel like they have much they can offer you, but what they do want to tell you, they simply want to tell you all of the things that they love about you. I just saw a love letter. This person just wants to share with you how wonderful they think you are in specific ways. They just want to share with you the things that they admire about you. I heard closure. Maybe this person is looking for some kind of closure through this expression of love, although I feel that you made such an impression on them that in the back of their minds, they know there is never going to be closure. It's never going to be the end between the two of you. Touch was the first card that I pulled. I feel like this person, I just heard a soft touch. They see you as a very soft energy, a soft person. I feel that this person has imagined you touching them in those moments of isolation and loneliness. I feel that these touches are actually very innocent and sweet, a young love kind of touch, like holding hands or the brushing of your hair. I just saw someone tucking their hair behind their ears. I just saw someone touching someone else's face. So any of these touches that may resonate with you, I feel that you and this person had some kind of touch signal, for lack of a better word. Like one that came to mind was squeezing someone's hand 3 times to say I love you, or just doing something with touch that actually signaled some kind of a message to this person. And now in your absence, this person has been just imagining this kind of touch with you. And I just felt my palm get a little bit sweaty. I feel like you make this person very nervous, like you've always felt too brilliant, too bright to be even real, to be even in their life. They could never believe that they were able to attain someone as beautiful as you ever, because again, I feel like in the past you were closer to this person. I'm feeling strongly like this was an ex or someone that you have romantically connected with in the past. Okay, so I want to get more information on what group number 1's person wants to say that they love about them. Okay, so I just got Earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. So this could be signs strong in your chart or this person's chart. I just heard the word grounded with this kind of earth energy here. So if this isn't one of your signs or their signs strong in your charts, then I do feel like this person is trying to say that they've been trying to keep themselves grounded. There was something about your connection that seemed, again, impossible, that word that I mentioned earlier. And because of the impossible nature of your circumstances or this connection, they chose to ground themselves in their present environment, in the present moment, rather than pursuing further this connection or communication with you. But I feel that they're having a lot of regrets about doing this. So if this resonates with you, I feel that you'll know. I feel like for some of you, these impossible circumstances, again, could have been some kind of a distance. Maybe you were long distance. Maybe it was some kind of, maybe one of you was connecting with someone else or at a different stage in your life. I just keep hearing this kind of two ships passing feeling. Yes, and once again, along with that, I just pulled the word logical. So this person, I feel that they want to explain to you why they left or why they weren't communicating. And that's part of what's causing them a lot of anxiety. And they're trying to tell you that they were just trying to be grounded in their environment. They felt that what they had with you was impossible to pursue, but that doesn't dampen the kind of brilliance they see around you. That doesn't undermine their feelings for you in any way. Broken. That's the last card that I pulled. I feel like this person thought that they were being logical, thought that they were being grounded by separating, but now they feel very broken and they feel as though they've lost access to you, to your world, and that they're never going to get any kind of closure on this situation. And for some reason, this is causing them a lot of heartbreak. I'm hearing heartbroken, that they just feel so much regret over what happened between the two of you. I just felt this lump in my throat, like there's something stuck in their throat, like when you want to say something that you can't say, or you're very upset and you feel like there's a lump in your throat. I feel like this is how this person feels around you. Just thinking about you or thinking about your past, thinking about this regret causes them to just choke up, and yet to feel as though they have everything to say and nothing to say to you. They have so much to say and they'll never find the words to say it. That is how this person is feeling about you. Wow, this was a very powerful reading. I'm kind of feeling like I should close this reading by just pulling a card or two from the Lover's Oracle deck. Okay, group number 1. What does your person want to say to you at this time? What is one final thought that they want to leave you with? This card I pulled is Soulmate. Your soulmate is already with you in spirit. Believe this and they will manifest physically. Actually, what I heard from this card is this person wants you to know that they are always with you in terms of energy, in terms of their thoughts towards you. Their thoughts are always with you, are always on you. I do feel that there is some kind of soul connection between you and this person, either a soulmate or perhaps even a twin flame connection. I didn't get any specifics as to which it could be, but I feel that you will know. I feel that you've always known that this person is a soul connection. And I feel that this person is actually saying through this card that if you want this, they'll be there. But they need to know whether or not you want them to communicate, whether or not you want them to reach out. They're kind of, I just saw a chessboard and they're kind of saying your move. They're kind of waiting. They're waiting in this limbo space to see if you would be receptive to the messages they want to deliver to you. So group number 1, I hope this reading was helpful for you. If it did resonate with you, please subscribe to my channel. Join our community of like-minded, conscious, creative beings here on YouTube. If you'd like to access the chakra clearing subliminals I mentioned within your reading to clear your energy prior to communicating with this person or to clear the energy around this situation with this person, you can check out those subliminals under your timestamp in the pinned comment. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I hope to see you in the next reading. Hello, group number 2. If you chose the second card, this is your reading. I decided to start group number 1's reading by actually rolling some initial letter dice, as well as pulling some potential sign cards for you or this person. And I think I'm going to do the same thing for your reading, even though this is out of order from how I normally do these readings, just because since we're talking about a specific message coming from a specific person, and this person could literally be anyone from your past, any kind of romantic connection, present or past. So I really want to give you a clear idea of who this person may be. And I feel like by rolling these letters and showing these signs, you might get a good indication as to who this person might be in your life or in your past. So I am just going to start by rolling the dice here. So group number 2, what are some initials either of you, of this person, or some words that may apply to this connection? Whoa, one of the dice just fell out. Okay, the dice that fell was Z, and then the others are Y, X, U, N, L. Okay, I'm just really interested that we got X, Y, and Z, the end of the alphabet, and I'm almost wondering if this signals some kind of an ending between you and this person of some kind, but I don't really have specifics on that yet. I am going to give these dice another roll. Again, I got X. Oh my gosh, guys, I just realized that X keeps coming up. Maybe this is an X for you, an X lover, an X relationship, because I've gotten X like twice in these rolls. And I got M, V, A, and P. It's funny because I only got V, but then this M looked like an E because it was sideways. And then I heard that X dice along with those other letters saying like X lover. I'm very strongly feeling that this was an X lover for you of some kind, or that you have some kind of past energy with this person. Okay, so now I am going to pull some potential sign cards for this person. So this could be signs that are strong in your chart, their chart, or just signs that are somehow connected to you and this person. Okay, so group number 2. What are some of your signs or this person's signs who has a message for you? Leo, Aquarius, Gemini, Virgo, and Libra. What's so interesting about this is these are several of the same signs that I actually pulled for group number 1's reading. So I'm just kind of wondering if some of you will also resonate with some of the messages in that reading as well. Because in that last reading, I also pulled, I believe, Gemini, Leo, Aquarius, and I might have even pulled Libra as well, which is so interesting. So obviously we have a lot of air sign energy here in this reading, just like we did in the last reading also. So this could either be signs in your chart or this person's chart, or even with some other connection connected, like a third party or something connected with you and this person. So the first thing I'm going to do is pull some cards from the Energy Oracle Cards deck. So group number 2, what does this person want to say to you? What kind of message does this person want to deliver to you? Okay, one card just was falling out there. Group number 2, what does this person want to say to you right now? Okay, I've got 2 cards, and I am just going to pull a couple more cards here, hopefully. This person feels, just like in group number 1, I talked about how their person seemed closed off, like a wall went up. Although in this portion of the reading, the cards kind of jumped out and then the wall came up. For you, this person is much more tight-lipped. Like the cards are not coming out easy, even from reading into their energy right now. I feel like this person may really confuse you or send you mixed signals in some way, or they might just be unusually quiet and be difficult to kind of draw a confession or some kind of message out of when you do need that communication from them. Okay, so I've got 4 cards here, and let's just see what we get. Okay, so I want to read into either your connection with this person or some of this person's energy. Okay, the temple path. So I feel as though you and this person, I just heard built something, because in this card there's this beautiful, magnificent temple. And I feel like either you built something together or you had some vision with this person that you were trying to build together, some kind of magnificent future, maybe even an ideal. Maybe you feel as though you idealized each other to an extent, but you had something that you were building together. But I'm getting strong past energy, almost kind of a nostalgia, for this temple you never built, so to speak. The next card I pulled for you is first chakra, the Archangel Michael. So as many of you know, the first chakra is the root chakra. And I feel as though the root chakra, this seat of primal security and safety, really played a role in why this vision never came to light. I'm seeing this first and second card actually very connected, but in a contrasting way. I feel as though you built in your minds this beautiful vision of a future. I just got this in my head. I don't know who this will apply to, but I saw 2 people talking and laughing on the phone and just having this, just sharing ideas, talking about the future together. And it almost felt naive, very innocent, very sweet, and just beautiful. And yet, then at some point, they were tethered back to what you would call reality, pulled back to reality. And they realized that they needed to build something real around themselves. They needed to feel safe and secure within their world. I feel like maybe there was some mutual ending between you and this person, or some moving on with your life for the purpose of building greater safety and security. Whether this was, I heard for some of you, this was like maybe a high school sweetheart, and then one of you went off to college and you grew apart because you were trying to build that security within your schoolwork, within your career. Or for some of you, I just keep hearing career. Maybe it was a job for some of you, and maybe you realized that you needed to be focusing on yourself, on your career, on building some kind of stability with your life. And for some reason, either you or this person felt that you couldn't build that kind of security and safety together within that connection. And this is why that temple, that beautiful vision, that metaphorical temple that you had planned together was never built. I heard a house also. For some reason, I feel as though you and this person, for some of you, this will be so specific, but you either talked about buying a house together, or you talked about having that kind of white picket fence life together, some kind of like, it's so cheesy, but you just talked about having a family, building something real together, but then reality kind of slapped you in the face. And for some reason that just didn't feel possible for you. And again, this is speaking to those of you who this person is some kind of an ex-lover, an ex-partner in your life. The third card I pulled for you is appreciation. I just heard admires. I feel that this person still admires you and has always admired you in spite of the way you parted ways. I feel like the way you left one another wasn't fiery. It wasn't emotionally charged. It wasn't angry. It was simply kind of sad, and kind of a realization that hit both of you that for whatever reason, you weren't going to be able to be together at this time. And it filled you both with sadness. And I feel it was very balanced in the sense that it was very mutual. and that this person has always felt an admiration for you. But I feel like because these cards were slow coming out, I feel as though this person doesn't actively express this admiration to you, but I just heard you already know. I feel like this person suspects that you just know intuitively that they do appreciate you, that they do admire you, so they just don't feel the need to say it aloud. But I feel like you've actually been kind of longing to hear this from this person, that you would love to hear them say that they admire you. I just heard proud of you. I almost feel like you and this person maybe were each other's first love or something like that, or had some kind of young love, and you're kind of looking on at each other. And this person, I just heard watching you. This is very specific, but I feel like this person has kind of been watching you, observing you, or stalking you through like social media, and they see you and send this admiring energy toward you. And I feel that you actually can sense this warmth from this person, which may be part of what drew you to this reading, because you felt this person's energy kind of warm, kind of like an embrace around you. And this person wants you to know that they want you to feel it that way. They just, oh my gosh, I'm about to cry. This person isn't sure if they're fitting in your life, but they just want you to be happy. Oh my gosh, this is really strong soul connection energy. I'm about to cry because I feel like this person both misses you and feels very sad about the way things ended between you, even though it was very mutual, and yet they still admire you. And it's like this, not a conflict within them, but just an intertwining of these feelings. It's very bittersweet for them, seeing you and admiring you, and yet still looking back nostalgically on this vision that never manifested between the two of you, this future vision. And finally, the fourth card I pulled was the World card, but in reverse. For some reason, I heard dreams when I saw this card. This card looks very ethereal, looks very esoteric, looks like being within a dream. And I feel as though, so for some of you, this is being with you felt like a dream, almost like a fever dream. Like it was so beautiful and wonderful, they can't even believe to themselves that it happens, that you shared this kind of connection or relationship. And for others of you, this will apply very literally, that this person has been intensely dreaming about you, or you've been dreaming about them. And I feel that for some of you, again, this message is just going to be very, very specific, but someone has been having dreams about this connection. And in these dreams, you feel as though you're living a parallel life with this person, a life in which you're still together. And I just heard that the reason you're having these dreams is actually because in some other world, you would have still been together in this moment. It's just not how your paths led you, or where your paths led you, but you and this person have very strong residual energy. So just because I feel guided to share a bit about this, because I feel that you are a soul connection with this person. And whenever we have a soul connection with someone, it means that in lifetime after lifetime, we will be drawn to each other over and over again. So the reason you're having these dreams that feel very lifelike is because you are sensing this eternal energetic bond with this person, whether it's a soulmate or a twin flame, whoever it is. And sometimes you are even seeing flashes of past lives in these dreams, but other times you are actually seeing into parallel lives, so to speak, different worlds where things played out differently, and you were actually still with this person, because your souls always do come back together. I just saw a yo-yo swinging up and down. It always comes back over and over again, or like a boomerang. And there's just something about this kind of energetic echo, or this residual energy that this person is feeling, that I also am sensing you are actually very strongly feeling, and that plays into the message that this person has for you. Okay, so I do want to, I'm feeling like maybe at this point we should pull some message cards specifically from this person. I noticed that during your reading, and this wasn't true with the first reading, but I just kept stumbling over my words, and I feel like this person has been rehearsing potentially having some kind of reconnection with your conversation. But even within their own minds, they can't imagine how it would play out. And when they're around you, I feel like in the past, this person always felt very tongue-tied in your presence. I feel like you'll know who this person is because you were very close at one point in time. And I feel like this person was always kind of tongue-tied around you, or that they always kind of had this exterior of like watching you, or just kind of, they were warm towards you, but very quiet. And yet beneath the surface, there was all of this love and admiration for you. And I feel as though they usually weren't expressing all of it through their words to you. This is a very complex message coming through, but I feel that if it resonates, you'll know what I'm talking about, because I feel like you always found yourself wondering what this person was feeling or how they felt about you, because your ego wasn't sure, but your soul always knew with this person, because you could sense this like warmth from them. You could sense them watching you. You could feel their eyes on you. I just keep seeing this person's eyes in my head. I feel as though this person has been watching you. Some of you may be connecting with someone with brown eyes or hazel eyes, because I do keep seeing brown eyes or hazel eyes, but that could just be for someone specific. Okay, so group number 2, let's just pull a few messages potentially from this person about what this person may be trying to tell you. Group number 2, what is your person not telling you? Oh my gosh. I just got a wave of emotion when I pulled this, but the card I pulled is you promised. And I don't feel like this is this person angry or upset at you, but just them reflecting on the promises you made to each other, specifically in regards to this vision that you created together, this vision of a future. And they're remembering how you promised to one another that you would always be together, and that somehow you would build this life, this future together. And I feel as though I just heard, holding on to the last shred, that this person is actually, in spite of themselves, still holding on to this vision of this future that you once created together. I want to pull another message card. So group number 2, what does this person want to say to them? It wasn't easy. Oh my gosh, more goosebumps. Wow, there's so much emotional intensity in this reading. I feel like this person wants you to know that despite the fact that your ending with one another was very mutual, it still wasn't an easy decision for them to make. It wasn't easy for them, and they want you to know that they've always felt the ache of your absence ever since you parted ways. And I feel that this would surprise some of you, because I feel like this person has actually connected with other third-party relationships. I feel like you've both maybe had other relationships since, or gone on dates, or been with other people. But this person, in many ways, still finds it very difficult to have you absent from their life for whatever reason. And I do just want to pull 1 or 2 more cards. Group number 2, what does this person want to tell you? Oh my gosh. Okay, there's a lot. I said I was going to pull 1 or 2, but then like 3 messages fell out. So hold on. I guess it was just 2 messages. I thought it was 3. Okay, so the first card I pulled is I wish I could. So I feel like this person wants to reach out to you, once again feeling tongue-tied by this person's energy. They want to reach out to you and they wish that they could, but they really don't know what to say or what kind of outcome they could even expect from communicating with you. Which, by the way, I feel that because this person is so tongue-tied, I don't feel as though this person is on the brink of reaching out. I don't feel like they are going to reach out to you anytime soon. I feel like this is all them in their own head. So if you do want to communicate with this person, first of all, I feel that because of this soul connection between you, most of your communication is happening through the heart center, which also means that the reason this person is feeling tongue-tied is because of some heart chakra block, either within you or within them, that is making them feel tongue-tied, or making them feel energetically blocked from communicating with you. So if you would like to communicate with this person, I highly recommend clearing out these heart chakra blockages between the two of you to result in a more open and clear conversation with this person prior to reaching out, just to energetically kind of pave the way for this conversation. So My favorite way of clearing energy within the heart center is to use a heart chakra activation subliminal I've created. I have made one specifically for twin flames if you feel this person is a twin flame, and one for absolutely anyone, any kind of love connection. So if you are interested in exploring more about those heart chakra activation subliminals, you can learn more about those by checking out the link in the pinned comment underneath your timestamp. And I also just feel guided to share with some of you who may not know this, that when it comes to soul connections, our communication with them actually doesn't come through the mind. It doesn't come through the ego. We actually communicate with them through the heart, through an open channel through our heart centers. This is also where psychic communication occurs, telepathic communication, which I feel you are receiving a lot of this from this person. So that is why I recommend clearing out the heart center in order to more quickly and clearly communicate with a person in these kinds of soul connection situations. And the fourth message I pulled from this person is, you know me already. So this really just confirms to me, this is someone that you shared a very close relationship with, most likely an ex, someone that you were very close with, and someone that neither of you ever really forgot about the other, and you know one another not just on a surface level, but on a very deep soul level. So group number 2, I hope that this reading was clarifying or helpful for you. If you would like to check out the subliminals I mentioned during your reading, those will be available under the timestamp in the pinned comment. If I did resonate with you, please subscribe to this channel, join our community of like-minded, conscious, creative beings. You can also follow me on Instagram at Magnetize Yourself. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I hope to see you again in the next reading. Hello, group number 3. If you chose the third card, then welcome to your reading. For groups 1 and 2, I decided to roll my dice with different letters on them before doing the reading or pulling the cards, which is out of order from how I normally do these readings, but I just feel as though it would really benefit you to get a clear idea of who specifically this person is, because this could be someone from your past, any kind of romantic connection, a fling, an ex, someone currently in your life. And I really just want you to be able to have a clear idea of who we're talking about here through this reading before we get started. I also want to say, or reiterate rather, that many of the messages that come through in this reading are going to be very specific. So just take whatever resonates and leave what doesn't, because some of the messages may be meant for you and some may be meant for someone else. And really, my goal with this reading is just to channel as much as comes through and to hope that these messages receive whatever specific person needs to receive it at this time. So the first thing I'm going to do is roll these alphabet dice. Remember, this could be your first, middle, or last name, this person's first, middle, or last name, or some kind of word associated with your connection with this person. So group number 3, what are your initials or this person's initials, or words connected with you and this person? Okay, so I got S, V, M, F, W, Z. So it doesn't spell this word, but for some reason when I rolled these dice, I heard save or savior. I feel as though through this connection, one or both of you had the feeling of either a savior complex or feeling as though you were saving the other, or maybe saving each other even from, maybe you were on the escape together. I just saw like a getaway car. Maybe you were both trying to escape some kind of negative situation in your life through each other. I just kind of got this kind of Romeo and Juliet forbidden romance kind of vibe from you and this person. Maybe, okay, this won't apply to everyone, but I'm already feeling that someone listening is actually in a situation with this person, either now or previously, where each of you were connecting in the past or currently with some kind of toxic relationship or person or third party, and you met each other, and you kind of were trying to save each other, but you were both drowning, metaphorically. You both were in this toxic connection. You both were feeling really lost. And through each other, you found kind of a savior. Through each other, you kind of had this mental escape from the reality of your day-to-day life. And this could be talking about something currently or something that happened in the past with you and this person. I know that is very specific and it won't apply to everyone, but I'm just getting this strong, like, your love was forbidden, but you were going to do it anyway. Nothing could stop it. It was this tidal wave between you of emotion. It was unstoppable. You couldn't stop it if you tried. I keep getting this feeling of almost like a guilt, or like there's something around your situation that would have been either socially or morally or societally a bit unacceptable about your situation with this person, and yet you couldn't stop what you were feeling for them and they couldn't stop what you were feeling for you. It's kind of a racy energy that I'm feeling between you and this person. I want to roll these dice again. Okay. So group number 3, what are some initials associated with you or with this person who has a message for you? Okay, so I got O, C, O again. So double letters. This person may have double letters in their name. T, V, and X. I just heard cover me for some reason. I feel like you and this person, again, I'm just continuously getting this vibe, like there was some level of like deceit or something that was morally unacceptable going on within your connection, but not for each other. I feel like you were like the Bonnie and Clyde for each other, where it's like you had a pact with one another that you would be very open and authentic and express everything intensely and authentically to one another. But to the people around you, in regards to your connection, I feel like there was a level of deceit to this. I am just, for some reason, I'm really feeling like one or both of you were connecting with some kind of a third party while you were connecting with each other. And that this caused some kind of an escape for one of you. It was like through this relationship, you're able to escape some kind of toxic connection. I know I keep repeating myself, but I'm just getting that very, very strongly over and over for someone. So if that applies to you, then I feel you'll know what I'm talking about here. So next, I'm just going to pull some sign cards. These could be either signs that are strong in your chart or this person's chart. Cancer, Sagittarius, Pisces, and Leo. So just a few signs if that connects with any of you. And now that hopefully you have a better idea of who this person is, I do want to pull some cards from my energy oracle deck just to get a sense of this crazy, racy kind of getaway car energy that you have with this person. I really want to know what's going on here in your energy. This is a very interesting read and very different from groups number 1 and 2. Okay, so one card just came out. Okay, 2 cards. Group number 3. Oh wow, one card just fell. Okay. What is the energy between group number 3 and this person? And then once we read into this energy, we will then be able to hopefully get some messages from this person. I only pulled 4 cards here for the last group, but I'm feeling like there's more for you here. So I'm gonna pull 5 cards for you. Okay. So the first card I pulled is the 7th chakra, but it's in the reverse. Okay, so this is the crown chakra, and it connects with our divine intuition, our connection to our higher self and to the divine. And I feel like this is revealing some kind of a disconnect in the past from your divine purpose. I feel as though for either you or this person, I just heard prior to meeting one another. I feel like before meeting one another, you were very disconnected from yourself, from your higher self, your true, authentic self. I just saw someone presenting themselves, how do I put this? So the image I saw was actually a woman putting on all of this makeup and trying to present herself in a way that others would find appealing or socially acceptable, I just keep hearing trying to be popular, trying to fit in. And I feel like because of this desire to fit in the past before meeting this person, either you or this person, but I'm really hearing both. This feels like a very mirrored energy, could even be a twin flame energy, but I'm not sure yet. So I feel as though you both were kind of off your divine path, and I see these two paths going all these winding directions. You were both very off of your soul's purpose, your soul's path, and then these paths converge with one another, and suddenly you're on I just heard the temple path, which is another card. It'll be interesting to see if that comes out in this reading, but I feel that together you then came onto this divine path, this higher path, but it's been very chaotic. Again, this kind of getaway car energy. I feel you've been in this period of time where you can see the depth of your connection. Your connection is very divine, and through this connection, you are actually connecting to your own higher self, to the universe, to your own divine forces. Maybe that's the way that you're really saving each other. You're reconnecting each other to your divine truth. The second card I pulled, oh my gosh, guys, another chakra card. This is the fourth chakra. And as we know, the fourth chakra is the heart chakra. So you have a very, very strong heart connection with this person. I'm just going to tell you guys right away, the fact that I pulled the crown chakra in reverse, talking about your divine purpose, and then pulled the heart chakra, I am strongly feeling either very high level soulmate or a twin flame connection with this person. And I'm also feeling that the energies between you are very active. I'm not feeling a strong past energy. I'm feeling like these energies are in your face, active, present, on your mind on the day-to-day, maybe even very distracting to you day-to-day. I also feel like this card is telling us that the way you predominantly communicate with this person is through the heart chakra, which, by the way, is how it works for soul connections, especially for twin flames. As we clear our heart chakra, as we open, or rather our twin flame breaks open our heart chakra center, we then can telepathically, psychically, energetically receive communication from this person. So I feel as though you've received a lot of this fifth dimension energetic communication from this person. And because of this, I just keep hearing, you already know everything I want to say to you. I feel like this person's higher self is watching you do this reading and just kind of maybe does this person like roll their eyes jokingly or teasingly to you? Because I just saw someone rolling their eyes and being like, of course, you're being ridiculous. Of course, you know how I feel about you. I have been telling you through my energy, through my facial expressions, through everything I'm saying without words. I feel like I just heard they've been saying it in every way but words. So yes, maybe they haven't explicitly told you this, but I feel like their actions, their energy, the telepathic messages they're sending you, they've been telling you what they want to say in every way imaginable besides speaking it. Oh my gosh, guys, I can hardly believe this. The third card I pulled for you is the sixth chakra. I have to tell you, I have never pulled 3 chakra cards in a 5-card spread before. That is insane. And as I said at the beginning of this video, I did this reading because I had a dream last night of doing this reading. And actually, I feel that dream, the flash of that vision I saw was me giving this reading specifically to your group. Because in that dream reading I was giving, I remember recommending the clear quartz stone specifically for that group because they are working on bringing all of their chakras into energetic alignment. And the fact that so many chakra cards are coming up really guides me to say what I said in that dream, which is you may feel very drawn to clear quartz, to chakra balancing, to chakra clearing. And this is because through this person, through this connection, you are uprooting any residual negative patterns, coming onto your divine path, your divine purpose. This is a very high level soul connection that you share with this person, but it's very important that along this path you find a way to energetically clear yourself, because this connection is, I just keep feeling this very fast-paced energy. It's moving very, very quickly. It's even this candle I lit is just flickering so fast right now. And all of the words, you can tell I'm talking faster because I'm feeling and picking up on this very fast moving energy between you and this person. And because of this, it is so vital for you to pause every day, to take or carve out a period of time every day in which you are energetically clearing yourself, because so much is emerging, surfacing, coming up through your connection with this person. And it's going to be a wild ride for you and them, whatever is going on between the two of you. So I would just like to reiterate, if you would like to clear out your subconscious negative patterns as they become stored within these 7 chakras, to continue to clear and to ground yourself every day, I really, really recommend, specifically for you, group number 3, to check out my 7 chakra twin flame clearing subliminal, because I do feel that most of you listening to this are dealing with a twin flame. If you really don't resonate with the idea of twin flames or divine counterparts, then you can just check out my general 7 chakra clearing if you aren't sure whether this is a twin flame. But I feel many of you will just know in your heart and soul that this is your divine counterpart, your person, your twin flame. So again, those subliminals I've recommended for you, group number 3, will be under your timestamp in the pinned comment. But whatever you do to clear your energy, it is so vital for you to have just even 10 to 20 minutes to meditate, to clear your head, to energetically clear yourself and balance your chakras in some way, because you do have so much energy moving through so many of your chakra centers, as we're seeing in this reading. Okay, and the fourth card I pulled for you, I'm sorry, I'm just so surprised. I shouldn't be surprised, but I pulled the contract card in reverse. So, okay, goosebumps again, because this is really going to hit home with some of you. You have multiple soul contracts going on here. So with this person, I'm seeing either a twin flame soul contract or a very high level soulmate. And this contract with them, you are just beginning to fulfill that contract in this lifetime. And by soul contract, I mean the intentions that your soul set with this person's soul prior to incarnating, the circumstances of how you would meet, how your connection would unfold, and what would happen within this connection. However, simultaneously, because this card is in the reverse, I see a different contract coming to a close. And I feel like this is really giving us more insight into why it feels as though you have this getaway car kind of escape energy with this person. It's going back to that third party that I was talking about earlier. I feel that for most of you listening, either you or this person is in the process of ending a karmic contract with some kind of a third party, some kind of a contract where it's like they were not in love with this person, they were in love with this pattern. In other words, they felt this attraction, or you felt this attraction to this third party, because you hadn't yet cleared out these negative patterns within you that caused you to feel an energetic attraction to them based on your own negative subconscious patterns. But now you are doing the clearing work. When you met your twin flame, when you met whoever, I keep saying twin flame, this could just be a high level soulmate, but when you met this very powerful, life-changing connection that we're talking about here, this person activated you through all of the chakra centers, but specifically, as we see in this reading, through the heart chakra, the third eye chakra, and the crown chakra, those upper level chakras. And when this happened, when this energetic activation happened, it caused you to clear out all of those negative subconscious patterns that were actually continuing to tie you to this past karmic connection, to this third party. Again, I could be talking about you, or I could be talking about this other person, because the energy here is very mirrored. But I feel that now you are cutting those cords because of this energetic activation. But again, I hate to keep recommending this, but seriously, guys, you need to find a way to clear out, to continue to clear out these blocks, whether that's through subliminal healing, through meditation, through whatever kind of clearing technique you use, because there is just so much energy moving through your energy body as a result of meeting this person. And I feel that there's a lot of chaos as you're ending this past karmic connection, or this person is ending this connection. It's causing a lot of chaos in the 3D. So all of this beautiful, magnificent energy is rushing through you. It's very intense. It's very powerful. It's pulling you together very magnetically, but it's also very chaotic. So you need to ground yourself and continue to clear your energy at this time. And finally, the fifth card I pulled for you is strategy in reverse. And what I heard here is, because normally the strategy card is about creating a plan, and in reverse it's about not really having a strategy or not really having a clear plan. And I feel like for you and this person, it's like, I keep saying this, but I just see you and this person driving a getaway car. I feel as though you get this very strong, I don't want to say criminal energy, but like you're doing something wrong, because it would be morally wrong or societally wrong to be connecting with this person romantically when one or both of you hasn't fully cut cords with this third-party karmic connection. But I feel as though with this strategy in reverse card, Spirit is telling you, yes, it feels chaotic. It feels like you don't have a plan, like you don't even know where you're going. Like sometimes you feel as though you're driving this getaway car straight to a dead end. But Spirit wants you to know that you don't actually need a plan, that everything will continue to unfold, that you simply have to allow things to come into energetic alignment within you, clearing, balancing your own 7 chakra centers within. And that everything externally will eventually settle. It will eventually come into balance. It will eventually make sense. But you need to release the ego's need for control, because I feel that many of you are experiencing a very intense ego death, or your person is experiencing an ego death, and it's been very intense for you. But you are on a very, very protected, divinely protected and divine path with this person. And although it may feel chaotic for you right now in the physical, everything is coming together for you and this person. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is just pull some potential. I'm really feeling called to the Lover's Oracle. So I want to pull some potential messages, either from this person specifically, because we've heard a lot about your energy, but what does this person want to say to you? I feel like part of what they want you to know is just that they're feeling all of this too, that all of this energy is very mirrored between the two of you. Okay, so Spirit, what does group number 3 need to know about this person, about the energy of this connection right now? What message does group number 3's person have for them at this time? Okay, I'm gonna pull a couple cards for you, because I do feel called to do that, even though I only pulled one for some of the other readings. Okay, the first card I pulled for you is Reflection. Trust and have faith that all will work out for the best. So that's what I really feel, reiterating what we just said through the ego death, letting go of your need to control these chaotic circumstances, your need to have a plan. Okay, and the next card I pulled is, let there be closeness between you, but always give each other space. Love never claims, it simply allows and gives. So I feel as though throughout this chaotic energy, one of you is becoming impatient. It could be you, it could be the other person, and I feel like this impatience is connected to not ending this third-party connection soon enough, things not manifesting in the physical between you fast enough. One of you is really wanting to push things ahead, and you're being told that at times this person may need their space because they are experiencing this intense ego death, and they're telling you that they're going through a lot of intense emotion. They're processing a lot right now. I feel like whoever the divine masculine is within this connection, they are dealing with it the most right now, because I feel that within your situation, the divine masculine was second to this spiritual awakening, that the divine feminine kind of had been on this spiritual path longer, and the divine masculine feels as though they're just being pummeled with this energy. They may even be the one that's in this third-party connection, and they're letting you know that even in space there is closeness. They want you to know that even when you are separated, when you are apart, because I feel like with you and this person, it's very sporadic. Again, I feel the energy is very present tense, but at the same time, I feel that it feels very random to you, very chaotic. I feel like this is the person who texts you out of the blue at like 2 in the morning. and you exchange 2 or 3 messages, you feel like you're connecting, and then all of a sudden they ghost you again, or like you see each other and you feel this intense connection, and then you don't see them for like weeks or months at a time. And they want you to know that they feel close to you. They feel that energetic, that soul level closeness to you, even during those times of separation or space. And this third card says, life is a series of constantly shifting cycles. When we resist change, we resist the natural flow of life and create unnecessary stress. Go with the flow, you will be surprised where it leads. So once again, this is tying me back to that strategy in reverse card, that surrendering to, I just heard surrendering to the tidal waves of this connection washing over you, because I feel like these waves of emotion, of intensity, random connection followed by periods of withdrawal, like the tide pulling back out to sea, are really metaphorically illustrating your connection with this person. But you're being asked to let go, to submit to those shifting cycles, to the randomness, to the chaos of your connection, because it all holds some kind of a divine purpose, and healing for both you and this person and your connection isn't going to be linear. It's going to be a series of ups and downs that ultimately trends upward. So the last thing I'm going to do is just pull a few potential message cards for you coming from this person. Okay, so group number 3, what does this person want to say to you? What kind of message does this person have for you? I'm stuck in my head. So I heard specifically for some reason that this is connecting back to that crown chakra. You know, the crown chakra is the top of the head extending up above the head, and that's a card we pulled earlier. And I feel as though this person is working on clearing their crown chakra, meaning working on coming into alignment with their divine self, with their higher self, but that they're really fighting this ego death. Their ego is fighting, and they want you to know that they are doing the clearing work. They are coming into alignment with their higher self, but that they frequently get stuck in their own ego and their own mind as they're watching all of the chaos of this connection unfold. They are still working on letting go of that ego and coming into greater alignment with their authentic self. The next card I got is You Know Me Already. I feel as though this card actually applies to you both having a soul intention that you created prior to this lifetime to come together. And I feel as though when you met this person, there was a strong sense of knowing between you, like you knew each other already, because through this soul contract you created, and through this kind of soul remembering or awakening to these past lives that you eternally lived and experienced together. I feel as though with you and this person, there's a deep soul knowing that doesn't seem to yet match the surface level knowing. I feel as though you may have not spent a great deal of time together physically in the 3D, and yet you already feel like you deeply know one another, because you do on a soul level. I said that was going to be the last thing, but I am just feeling called to pull some trait cards. So these will be just words or phrases or anything that might connect with you and this person. Okay, so group number 3. What does group number 3's person want them to know? What will connect with group number 3? Of course, I pulled eyes. I've had my eyes on you. I feel like this is that person reiterating that there is closeness even in this space, that they always feel as though they are watching you out of the corner of their eye, metaphorically. In fact, that their eyes are steadily on you. I just heard that even when they are looking into the eyes of another, they always feel as though they are looking at you on a soul level, even when they are connecting potentially with this third party, if there is a third party situation. When someone specifically needs to hear, and I keep getting goosebumps, like I need to give this message to one person specifically. If you are a person who this person is like a twin flame, a high level soul connection, you met, it was very intense, you've been separating, you've been frustrated because this person is continuing to connect with this third party, this person specifically wants to say to you, when I look into the eyes of that other person, I see you looking back at me, meaning that even when they are with other people, they always feel as though on a soul level they are connecting to you. They cannot escape you. group number 3, what does group number 3's person need them to know? And I'm feeling 2 cards. Touch and extrovert. So actually what I'm feeling is this person wants you to know that they long for your touch. And through the card extrovert, this could apply to the person's personality, but I'm actually hearing more that you bring them out. That actually this person could be someone who isn't always extroverted, but you bring out their best self. You bring them out of their shell. You cause them to appear to be an extrovert, because when they're around you, they just find themselves opening up in a way that they don't normally with anyone else or in any other kind of situation. So group number 3, that is all for your reading. I hope this connected with you, and if it did, please subscribe to my channel, join our community of like-minded, conscious, creative beings here on YouTube. You can also follow me on Instagram at @magnetizeyourself. And if you'd like to explore more about the subliminals I recommended for you specifically within your reading, which were the Twin Flame 7 Chakra subliminals or the General 7 Chakra Clearing subliminal, depending on whether or not you feel this person is a twin flame, then you can learn more about those meditation tracks by checking out the timestamp in the pinned comment of this video. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I hope to see you again in the next reading. Hello, group number 4. If you chose the 4th card, then this is your reading. I said this to groups 1, 2, and 3, but for this reading, I'm doing something a little bit different. I am actually rolling the alphabet dice to get some potential initials for your person or for you at the beginning of this reading rather than at the end like I normally do. Just because since we are trying to draw out a specific message from a specific person, and this person could range from an ex-lover in your past to some current fling and everything in between. So just because there are so many different kinds of love energies that could come through with messages, I really want to give you a clear idea of whose energy we are feeling into through this reading. I also want to reiterate that many of these messages will be hyper-specific, so just take whatever resonates, and if it doesn't resonate with you, just know that that specific message was meant for someone else. So group number 4, what are some potential initials, either for you or for this person that we are connecting with? E, M, V, B, V again, and since we got double letters, this person could have double letters in their name, and then one of these dice was actually a wild card, so I'm going to do another roll here. So group number 4, what are your initials or this person's initials or any words that might connect with the energy of this situation? K, K, wow, double letters again. L, P, X. Okay, so for some reason I just heard leap, even though it doesn't spell that exactly. I feel as though there could have been some kind of leap of faith taken. I don't really know how that's going to specifically apply, or that this person feels like they want to take a leap of faith and tell you this, but they haven't said it yet. So I'm not sure how that will apply to you yet. Hopefully we'll get more specifics on that later. But now I'm just going to pull some potential sign cards. So this could be signs that are strong in your chart or strong in this person's chart. So group number 4, what are some signs involved in this situation? Gemini, Aries, Pisces, Scorpio, and Leo. Those are the signs I pulled, so those could be either strong in your chart or their chart, or it could be so specific it doesn't apply to you, maybe it applies to someone else. Okay, so at this point in the reading, I am going to pull some cards from my Energy Oracle cards deck. And the purpose of this first spread here is just to give us an idea of what the energy is like between you and this person in the moment. I am feeling with that leap of faith, I just keep getting this energy from you, group number 4, that there's something either hanging in the air between the two of you that's gone unsaid, but that you're both kind of aware of. I feel like the message could be something like that, but I'm not quite sure. So group number 4, what is group number 4's person trying to say to them at this time? What kind of message does group number 4's person have for them? Who is trying to communicate with group number 4? What is the energy of this situation? Okay, I've got 2 cards. I think I'm going to pull at least a couple more. 3 cards. Okay. Whoa, I just pulled 4 cards, but then a 5th card came out. And of course, the card that fell out was Yin Yang. And I feel like this fell out for a reason. Yin Yang in a love reading, I normally take very strongly to relate to twin flame connections. So if this person isn't a twin flame for you, they are a very high level soulmate. There is a very strong balance of masculine and feminine. In fact, I feel like within your connection, for some reason, I saw that one of you is very stereotypically masculine, very like strong, kind of quiet, silent type. And the other one of you is the very stereotypical feminine, very delicate, very emotional, very intuitive, and that you actually really embody these dichotomous ideals, these 2 very different ideals, and yet together you come into this perfect balance, into harmony. Also, interestingly, the number on this card is 22. So I feel that I needed to say that because I'm just feeling some of you have been connecting a lot with the number 22, either seeing numbers like 222 on the clock or 1222. Just seeing these repeating numbers, and I feel like you need to know that whenever you see these numbers, this is actually a form of communication from the divine, and actually in this case, sometimes a communication from this person, that when you see this number on a higher level, their higher self wants you to know that they are thinking of you at that time, that they are feeling something about you at that time. And I feel that whoever that resonates with, you already kind of intuitively know that, but you just needed that confirmation. So that is for you. Okay, let's see what cards we have here. Okay, so the first card I pulled for you is Door to Romance. So this card is actually in the reverse position. And on this card, you can see a heart that is within a bird cage. And I feel as though one or both of you in this connection have actually been either single or very closed off from love. Maybe you've been building up yourself, learning to kind of build a life for yourself, show your own self-love. But I feel like one or both of you in this situation has been very, very guarded. You've kept your heart in a cage, so to speak. And I feel strongly, this didn't come up yet in the cards, but I feel strongly that this actually comes from being a very soft, warm, radiant person who has been hurt in the past. And I'm hearing the long past. I feel like these are childhood wounds coming from some kind of family situation growing up, or some kind of trauma that you experienced growing up that caused you to feel as though you had to keep your heart in a cage. And for some reason with this cage, I also heard songbird. So I feel some of you may actually be singers. That could just be one of you, or your person could be a singer, and you could express yourself through music or express yourself through your voice in some way. But that's just kind of a random message that was coming through. But anyway, I feel like one or both of you have been very closed off, and when you met one another, you really wanted to open that door. You really wanted to open your heart to this person, but you still had a lot of healing to do from this past where you didn't feel safe to let your heart out, to give your heart away, to wear your heart on your sleeve. The second card I'm getting for you is the 7th chakra, but it's again in the reversed position. So the 7th chakra is the crown chakra. And I feel as though these first two cards are actually very connected. I feel as though because you've kept your heart locked up, in a sense, you've kept your authentic self locked up. You've been afraid to express that. And I keep seeing a child. I feel for many of you, you have these childhood wounds, these inner child wounds, where from a very young age, okay, so this will just be one of you, but this really may just be a single one of you listening, but I feel like one of you was a singer, very into music when you were younger, very creative, or you talked a lot, you were very chatty, you used your voice a lot. And I feel like either a parent or some kind of caregiver in your life or someone in your life caused you to want to remain silent. Maybe they told you that you talked too much, or that you weren't good at singing, or that you shouldn't express yourself in whatever way you were expressing yourself. So you closed your mouth, you went silent, and you locked up your heart. But I'm being told that now at this time, actually, you are learning to undo all of that negative trauma. And the way to your crown chakra healing, to opening up your connection to the divine, will be to let your heart out again, to let the songbird out of its cage again, to open your heart, to open your voice again, to speak your truth, to share your song with the world, whether this is a literal song as someone who's a musician, or a metaphoric song, the truth of your soul song. And I feel like, again, this connection is kind of overarching all of this. So I know this seems very individual, but I am getting very strong energy that this high-level soulmate or twin flame that came into your life has been causing you to bring light to this truth. I'm not sure how much healing you've done on this, but I feel like through this connection, you are realizing just how closed off you've been, just how locked up your heart has been, just how closed off you've been from your divine purpose. And I feel like this has caused you some pain as you've reflected on why this happened, what wounded you in the past. But I see that this pain, reflecting on this, is actually the portal to your healing, and that you will heal this. You will come into your own powerful, creative, authentic expression of yourself. You will clear these blockages through the crown chakra. But I feel that for many of you, you are at the beginning of this journey. You are just beginning to realize how closed off you've been in the past. And I would like to pause just to say that when it comes to these chakra cards, whenever a chakra card comes up in the reading, I do like to mention that chakra clearing often has to be very comprehensive, meaning you have to address all 7 chakras, because when we're dealing with, especially these childhood wounds, inner childhood wounds, if this resonates specifically with you, we tend to become blocked in several different chakras simultaneously. We just get thrown out of balance all over in the energy body, which is why when I create my 7 chakra clearing subliminals, I really focus on addressing energetic blockages within all of the 7 chakras comprehensively to assist you in bringing them all into balance and harmony. So if that is resonating with you, I feel you would be someone who would really benefit from either my 7 chakra clearing for twin flames, if you feel that you are a twin flame, or my general 7 chakra clearing if this is some other kind of love connection for you. This is one that I personally use every single day to ground my energy and to resolve my own childhood wounds. I'm really connecting with your reading group number 4 because this speaks to a lot of my own experiences in my youth and along my own journey. And that this 7 chakra clearing subliminal has just really helped me to clear out these negative patterns stemming from early childhood wounds. So again, if that resonates with you, you can learn more about those subliminals under your timestamp in the pinned comment. Okay, so the third card I pulled for you is the garden and the gate, but it's actually in the reversed position. So I'm just going to read a little bit about this card. Abundant prosperity, staying safe, but reversed, it indicates the happy choice to open the door to a more spiritual pursuit. You may have been obsessed with worldly issues before, but your readiness to go deeper is now there. Okay, so I feel that I just heard, because on this card, it's like there's a gate surrounding a beautiful garden. And I heard that this connection is the gateway to your prosperity, to not just prosperity and abundance in a material way, but soul level abundance, feeling abundant of mind, body, and spirit. This is the doorway to all of that for you, because through this person, through this connection, they are going to reflect to you all of these wounds that we just discussed, all of these negative patterns, and assist you in shifting them, clearing them, resolving them. But the fourth card I pulled for you is the Journey card. So with this card, I am being told that for many of you, you are just at the beginning, at the cusp of this journey, and there is going to be a long journey ahead for you in healing all of these things and releasing all of these blocks and coming into harmony. But the journey will lead to a fulfilling, and not just fulfilling, that's an understatement, to a magnificent end. It will be everything that your heart and soul has ever desired. But I'm hearing that you have to have the courage to take this journey. I'm feeling that many of the messages coming through aren't just from this person, but because this person is a high-level soulmate here to help you along this spiritual journey through life, many of these messages aren't even coming from this person, but are actually coming from your higher self or from this person's higher self. I just heard your future self is proud of you. Wow, that just hit me really strong. I feel for many of you, your future self is looking back on you right now, seeing everything you're struggling with, everything you're healing, everything you are beginning to uncover about yourself, about your purpose, and through your life. And they are living the fulfillment. They are living the end result of all of the healing work you are doing right now. So I'm just hearing for some of you, you need to know, do it for your future self, because everything that you are envisioning isn't just a daydream or a fantasy. It is a future that a future version of you is actually living, that you are actually capable of manifesting for yourself. Wow, that was an absolutely beautiful spread of cards. I'm now feeling like I want to read a little bit more into this love connection specifically. So I'm going to pull some specific message cards from this person. So group number 4, what kind of message do you need to receive from this person? It wasn't easy, and I'm actually not hearing this in the past tense as much as I'm actually hearing this in the present tense. Okay, I'm actually getting 2 messages here, so I'll give the first one first. The first message I'm hearing for some of you is that this is your future self looking back on you right now and thinking of how it wasn't easy, but it was worth it. How you are struggling right now, how it's not easy. But your intuition is telling you that this journey, despite being arduous, despite involving a lot of healing, a lot of releasing, a lot of addressing very deeply rooted childhood wounds, healing even generational traumas, despite it not being easy, it will be worth it for you. And the second message I'm hearing is actually coming from your person, but in a past life. This will only resonate with one of you or a few of you, but I feel that within a past life, your person, you lived a life with your person where they lost you in some big way. Either you had some relationship and then you were betrothed to marry someone else. It was very dramatic, whatever it was. It was like the stuff of a romantic movie or some kind of romance novel. And it was some kind of Romeo and Juliet situation where it was just ill-fated, but it was intense and beautiful and yet couldn't work out. And for whatever reason in this past life, they had to let you go. For some of you, I'm hearing that you actually may have died an early death and left this person a widow or a widower in this past life. And on a soul level in this lifetime, you are here to finally reunite with one another and share that beautiful 3D connection that you were never able to experience in this past life where you lost one another. I just keep seeing someone's hand slipping out of their hand. It's so morbid, but I see someone passing away or dying and someone holding their hand to their last breath and then letting go of their hand. And it's the hardest thing that they've ever done, not just in that lifetime, but in any lifetime. And because of this, I feel that in this life, one or both of you is very afraid of losing the other. You carry in this abandonment trauma, but it's actually coming from a past life in which you lost one another. You lost this person. You lost the love of your life. And part of your purpose here in this lifetime is to heal that trauma, once and for all, where to uproot it and transcend it because it is so deeply embedded into your psyche. And I feel for some of you this will explain something, because I feel some of you do have childhood wounds, childhood trauma. But others of you feel as though you don't actually have these childhood experiences that should cause this trauma, but you do have this deep fear of abandonment. And Spirit wants you to know this is actually coming from this past lifetime where you were abandoned or abandoned this person. Okay, so let's pull another message card. Group number 4. What does your person want to tell you at this time? It's almost too much. I feel this applying in a few ways. One way I feel it applying is just that this person is already bringing up so much within you, so much that needs to be healed. The journey ahead of you looks so long and confusing and arduous and uncertain. And it almost leads you to feel like it's not worth it, but you know on a soul level that it is, and you know that no matter what, you can't help but take this journey. But another way I feel that this applies is that this person feels almost overwhelmed by the love that they feel for you, by the connection they feel for you. It quite literally knocks them over. They almost just physically fall over in your presence because of all of this powerful, intense energy running between you. And I am just going to pull one more card. I've been wishing. So I feel that you meeting this person is the fulfillment of a lifelong wish, or what you would call a wish for one another, that you have been manifesting one another through this whole life, but not just from an ego mind perspective, on a soul level. This is a soul manifestation. And what I mean by that is it's the manifestation of an intention that you not only set in this lifetime, but that you actually set prior to this lifetime, a wish fulfilled, a wish that your souls have created in lifetime after lifetime as you've been trying to reunite with one another. You've been wishing for one another, not just in this life, but in every life before. Okay, wow, there is so much intense love. I mean, love doesn't even begin to describe what is going on between you and this person. So now I'm just going to pull some cards from the Lover's Oracle deck. So group number 4, what does group number 4's person want them to know? Whoa, I just had a bunch of cards almost fall out. So let's see what we have here. The first card is Soulmate. So when it comes to these readings, I take this to mean either a high-level soulmate or a twin flame, so a deep romantic soul connection of some type. And the card says, your soulmate is already with you in spirit. Believe this and they will manifest physically. I just heard cling to the connection. I heard that this journey is going to be very long for you, but that throughout all of this, the key is to hold on to one another, to ground yourself in the idea of one another, even when you are separate, to allow yourselves to feel the connection there in your energy, even as you are physically apart. And if you continue to cling to what your soul knows to be true about one another, this connection will manifest physically. You will have a physical reunion with this person. The second card I pulled is surrender. I heard surrender to your own healing, surrender to the healing process, because again, for many of you, you are just beginning to finally realize many of these patterns from your youth, patterns you've been holding on to for a long time. So it's time to surrender to both the truth of this connection and to the healing process. And the third card I pulled for you is give thanks for the blessings of love soon to come your way. So again, I'm feeling like you're right on the cusp of this, like either you're about to meet this person or you've just met them. So for some of you, this could be a message from someone who, a twin flame or high-level soulmate that hasn't even yet come into your life, and this is just their higher self communicating with you. For others of you, I feel as though you've recently met this person in the physical or connected with them in a deeper way. It says that know that you deserve to be and to have all that your heart desires. I feel like the way that you heal this connection, come into deeper harmony with this person, is by recognizing your own worthiness. I keep hearing that word, deservingness, worthiness. I feel like because of some wound or negative pattern, you've lost a sense of your own worthiness in either life or love, which really the two are very connected, especially when it comes to these high-level soulmates. And I feel like at this time, you're being asked to reconnect with your own sense of worth, with your own sense of self-confidence. If this is connecting with you and you are someone who struggles with confidence or with self-worth, I would also recommend to you a subliminal I created for boosting self-confidence. So I will leave that subliminal meditation in the pinned comment under the timestamp of this video, under your group number, just if that is resonating with someone listening out there. So the last thing I'm going to do is just pull a couple cards that have words or phrases on them that might connect you energetically with this person or with something that they want to say to you. I'm really feeling through this reading that most of these messages are actually coming from a higher level, coming from this person's higher self or from your higher self within this connection. Okay, so group number 4. What does group number 4's person want them to know at this time? Hands. I just saw two people holding hands, leading each other. And I feel like on a higher level, this person is telling you that you will lead one another along this journey, along this path. Okay, group number 4. What else does group number 4's person want to say to them? I pulled 2 cards. One is voice again. So I really feel like, because again, earlier I was thinking of like the songbird, I feel like there is something about your voice that is really tied into either this connection or your soul purpose. So either you are a speaker or a singer, or you use your voice through writing. Or when it comes to this person, I feel as though if you've already met this person, they recognized you through the soul resonance of your voice, and they were just almost overwhelmed by the beauty of your voice. And the beauty that they were sensing was really the soul resonance they were feeling, because our voices carry an energetic signature. They resonate with the vibration of our soul. So this person really recognized you through your voice, or you recognized them through their voice. The third card I pulled is Wanderer. So I feel that for some of you, this won't apply to all of you, but I just saw that for some of you, this person was really just passing through your life, or it felt that way. Maybe you met each other in passing. Maybe you never even spoke, but saw each other in passing, or it was a very brief meeting. Or maybe you haven't even met this person yet, but your paths have actually crossed without you realizing it, and they are coming into your life in the future. So take that as it resonates, as it applies. But I am just getting that image of a wanderer, of someone who, I just heard 2 ships passing, like either the circumstances weren't right for you to meet or to truly connect, but you did pass one another or briefly glimpse one another. I feel like you've had a glimpse of each other. And I feel that even if you consciously didn't recognize this person, your soul recognized some kind of a shift after this glimpse. Now, again, I'm not sure how this will apply to you specifically, but if that message is meant for you, I feel that your soul will know what it means for you. So that is all for your reading. Thank you so much for listening, group number 4. I hope it resonated with you, and if it did, please subscribe to this channel, join our community of like-minded, conscious, creative beings here on YouTube. You can also follow me on Instagram at Magnetize Yourself. All of the subliminals I recommended through this reading will be available in the pinned comment under the timestamp. You can click on any of those links to just explore more about the positive shifts and energetic benefits you can expect to receive by listening to that particular subliminal. So thank you so much again. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I hope to see you again in the next reading.